Hey guys, how's it going? The next review I want to do is the Future Foundation, the black and white Spider-Man. Overall, it's a really cool figure, and I do recommend you get it, but there are definitely some problems, as is common with Marvel Legends. He stands at 6 inches tall, so size-wise, he's pretty much in scale. Not really too much to complain about. He does have some of the new features that these figures have, and then he still reverts back to some of the old ones. So let's go ahead and get started. The head, I don't like the sculpt at all. The fact that they sculpted the eyeballs makes him look really bug-like. And then they gave him this weird shape. He looks like an alien, or something about it reminds me of a sheep. I guess the little curvature of the nose, I don't know. But the way they did that furrowed brow, it just caves in way too much above the nose. It looks like an alien, it really does, and I don't like it. This should have been much more smooth, and then the eyes I think should have definitely been smooth. Maybe just a line, but having, you know, like an indentation for the eyes, but having them so sculpted, it just looks really weird. And then the nose sticks out pretty far, so having it caved in for the mouth and then at the bridge of the nose just looks kind of awkward. It's still a nice display piece, and it looks okay from a distance, but up close I don't like the head sculpt. Mostly just the part between the eyes. If they filled that in, it would have been much better. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to say not to buy it because of it. He has great range of motion though, so that's nice. Full articulation for the head. He's got the same body as Dakin 99% of the way. So we'll go ahead and talk about the paint before we move on. Overall, the paint's really solid. The lines are nice and crisp. Everything looks good for the most part. Of course, if you get in tight with the camera, you'll notice some little things or some bigger blemishes, but still, it looks pretty good. So the paint job is probably one of the better things about this figure. My next biggest complaint is the hand. This hand is gigantic. It's a really big hand. I don't know why they made it quite so big, but it's pretty big. This hand is not nearly as big. So I don't know what happened there. I guess they got carried away with the thwip hand. But that's alright. I mean, at least he has it, so that's not too big of a deal. He has the same shoulder articulation as Dakin, and again, you really don't gain too much out of it. It's not as ugly as it is on Dakin because it kind of disappears in the paintwork, but still, I don't think it's necessary, so I would have much rather had a more natural-looking upper body on this guy. Shoulder joint, they cast the disc, or they molded the disc part in white, so underneath it doesn't look so great, but on the top, it looks fine, so that's okay. Double jointed elbow, it's solid white, so it could look a little better. The pegs are white, so it could look better, but it's not too bad. He has no cut joint in the forearm, so like I said for Dakin, he didn't need it. They didn't give it to Spider-Man, so that's a good thing. He has all the rotation he needs right here with the hinge, so that's fine. Same thing on this side, solid forearm, just the way Dakin should have been made. And then the rotation's all handled in the hand. So I'm really happy with that. He does have the square sculpting muscles, but since this crazy paintwork on here, you can't really tell, and it looks okay. Same ab crunch as Dakin, same twist and everything. I wish the torso lined up a little better. If you look, the butt part sticks out, and it's just kind of sloppy. So I don't care for that a whole lot. I think they really could have gone the extra mile and given Spider-Man a new mold, given him a little bit more of the realistic musculature. They did it for the shins. He's got really nice shins and feet. They look perfect for him, but he still has that kind of blocky musculature for the thighs, the abdomen, and the chest, and the arms. So he's got really good forearms and good lower legs, but the rest of the sculpt is reused, and it could have been better. He's got the Y joints in the hips with the thigh swivel built in. Double jointed knees, really square sculpting on the kneecap, but it's not so noticeable on the solid white figure. The lower legs are really nicely sculpted, perfect for Spider-Man, good feet for him. He has the hinge and the new style ankle joint, and they even put the paintwork on the bottom of the foot. So the legs look really good from the knee down, and he is overall a really good figure. If they fixed the couple things that I said, I think he would have been a really great figure. Definitely, I would have preferred a different sculpt for the face, and then perhaps a new mold for most of the body, instead of reusing stuff again. But still, as you can see, it's a great display piece and a great figure overall. So not too much to complain about. The lower legs are a little glossy compared to the rest, but what are you going to do? It's not a $50 figure, it's a $15 or $20, so it's not perfect by any means, but it's still really good, and I do recommend it. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the figures, and in the meantime, keep collecting.